many bishops of Durham have had to live that message right here in the middle of what has often been a very difficult part of the country. I think back to some of my predecessors, famously a man called Bishop Westcott about 110 years ago, who called together the miners' leaders and the miners themselves when there was a terrible strike and people were starving in the streets. And he worked with them and he prayed with them and he negotiated with them, and eventually he persuaded the owners of the mines to come down to the level that the miners knew that they could live with. And he was a great hero here because he was a man of hope. And even though that was 110 years ago, there's still a lot of need for hope in this area. If I walk around not far from here, there are all the signs of a countryside and towns in real decline, because the traditional industries have gone. There's no more mining here. There's no shipbuilding where there used to be down on the coast. There's no steel being made anymore. There's all sorts of things that used to happen here that used to bring prosperity to the region that have disappeared. And as a result, there's a lot of unemployment, there's a lot of drug abuse, there's a lot of all the attendant social problems that go with that kind of situation. And in the middle of all of that, the church has, of course, always had the calling to live and speak the message not only of faith and of love, of course, but also of hope. But when Christians talk about hope, there's a lot of confusion. If you ask an average Christian, what is the Christian hope? They'll probably say, oh, it's about going to heaven. Or maybe they'll say it's to do with resurrection. And then they'll scratch their heads and say, wait a minute, what exactly is resurrection? And where exactly is heaven? What are we talking about? Can we actually believe that stuff? And even if we do say we believe in heaven or resurrection, what on earth, and I mean on earth, has that got to do with real hope in God's real world now? So in the 6 sessions that we're going to have together, I'm going to be looking at these big ideas, heaven and resurrection, and particularly the mission of the church to bring hope to real people in the real present. We're going to be studying these themes together with the Bible open in front of us and with all sorts of possibilities, because we need hope here. Most people around the world now know that they need hope, and it's time to be surprised by it once again.